What is up, you guys? My name is Madison. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today's video is about to be a long one. It is a quarterly makeup update. I'm about to move. I just did a huge declutter, which you can go watch on my channel. And I dropped significantly. Like, I went from having 107 products total to 74. That includes chapstick, it includes body sprays, it includes all my makeup. It's just a cumulative thing. We're gonna go in depth for each product, and yeah, so grab a drink, grab a snack. If you're using my video as background noise, welcome. I hope I am soothing for you, and let's get started. I guess first I can do a desk tour. In here I have my chapsticks and lip liners. In here I have lip gloss. I don't own any lipstick, just lip gloss. My makeup brushes, and then one that doesn't fit. That's lotion. I have some hand sanitizer, and then all of my perfumes are up there, which we'll get into. All of my body sprays are right here, my backup of my Sol de Janeiro 40. And this is like a glitter perfume, which we'll get into, and then all of my jewelry, which we're not gonna get into. And then here's all of my makeup. In the very back there is a lip product that will be decluttered from my collection when I get home. I'm gonna give it to my mom. And then some Vaseline and hand sanitizer, which isn't included. I have a lotion, which isn't gonna be included, and then some band-aids in here as well. So yeah, I'm actually gonna start off with the body sprays and perfumes just because that is my biggest collection, and I would just like to get it over with as much as I possibly can. Okay, I have a total of 11 perfumes and 11 body sprays, which is a lot for me, but I also really like body spray, and I'm going through them as quickly as I can. I'm almost down 2. I'm hoping that both of them are going to be done by the time I leave next week. Fingers crossed. So let's start with body sprays, and then we'll get into perfumes. First, I have Oh Cherry from Bath & Body Works. Literally, there is the smallest, littlest amount left. I'm using it as a room spray and a body spray. Same thing with Into the Night from Bath & Body Works. It's literally the exact same amount. I've been mixing them. I like the way it smells. Next, I have Bubbly Rosé from Bath & Body Works. I have Twinkling Nights from Bath & Body Works. I have Golden Eclipse from Bath & Body Works. I have Bahamas from Bath & Body Works, which is my favorite summer scent. I have Pumpkin Swirl Cake from Bath & Body Works. I have Warm Vanilla Sugar from Bath & Body Works. I have Among the Clouds from Bath & Body Works. This is Sea Island Shore from Bath & Body Works. And finally, I have Poppy from Poppy from Bath & Body Works, which is the best after shower body spray ever. Okay, moving on to perfumes. 3 of them are technically body sprays, but with the way I wear them, I'm putting it in the perfume category. Yeah. First, I have 2 Sol de Janeiro 40s because it is my absolute favorite scent. I got this one for Christmas from my mom, and then this one I bought myself. I also have the Sol de Janeiro Sundays in Rio, easily their best scent ever. Next, I have the glitter perfume from Sand and Fog. This is the Vanilla Sands. Next, I have Captivating Essence from Black Currant and Sandalwood. I got this at TJ Maxx, if you couldn't tell. Next, I have YSL Black Opium and Black Opium Red. I have Dolce & Gabbana Queen. I have Miss Dior. And I believe these are from the brand True Fragrance. I have Vanilla Citrine and Eternal Apple. I realized I totally forgot to tell you the comparison for body sprays and perfume. I had 17 body sprays in January. I have 11 now, and then I had 9 perfumes in January, and I have 11 now. Now I'm just gonna pull out bins and we'll go through what's in them together and compare it to what it was back in January. Starting off with powder, I have 2 powders now, and I had 2 powders in January. I have the Bare Minerals Bare Pro, which I'm almost out of. And then I have the NYX Mineral Matte Finishing Powder. I'm not the biggest fan of loose powders. I don't know why I keep getting one, but I have it. Next, I have the Fenty Beauty Highlight. This is the Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. And in January, I had 2. I believe the other one I had was the Milani Strobe Light, and this is what that highlighter looks like. Next, I have 2 bronzers that I'm almost out of entirely with both of them. First, I have the e.l.f. Halo Glow. This is the shade Medium, and then I have the Aesthetica Sunset Bronzer. And this is what that bronzer looks like. And in January I had 3. I also had the butter bronzer. Next up for blush, I have 5. In January I had a 6. I had the Peri Pero liquid blush, but I ended up finishing that. Next I have the Milani Luminoso. I have NARS Orgasm. That's what that looks like. This is the Revlon Ravishing Rose. One of the most beautiful pink shades I've ever had. I also dropped it and shattered it, so I had to repress it. And then I have the Flora Tint from Benefit and the e.l.f. Camo liquid blush in Dusty Rose. Next is all of my base products. I don't have this as a part of my total, but I do have the e.l.f. Well Glow sunscreen in SPF 30. I have 2 foundations, and then I had 2 foundations in January. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow in, I believe, medium. Shade 2, Fair Light. And then I have the Morphe Light Form, and this is the shade medium 08N. Next is concealer. I had 2 then, I have 2 now. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in medium, and natural and vanilla. Next, I have 2 primers because my Revolution is almost out. This is the Super Fake Super Grip Primer, and then I have the Maybelline Jelly Poreless. And in January, I had 3 primers. And then finally, I have 2 sprays, and I had 2 sprays in January as well. I have the Evian Facial Spray. This isn't really like a setting mist, but I count it, and it's almost empty. And then I have the Dewy Coconut Setting Mist, which is also almost empty, but it'll last me until I get home at least. Moving on to eye products, I keep it all in this bin right here. These are my small eyeshadow palettes and my one big palette. I have 3 miscellaneous items now. I had 4 in January, and that is because I had an eyeliner that I used up. But I have the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, the NYX brow pencil in the shade Chocolate, and then I believe this is a Wet n Wild, yes, Wet n Wild clear mascara brow gel. I want to flip you guys this way to show you my eyeshadow palettes. I had 11 eyeshadow palettes in January, and now I have 8. So I got rid of a couple because they were old. I mean, I could still probably get rid of some because they're old, but I do actually use all of these eyeshadow palettes. Starting off, I have 3 Natasha Denona mini palettes. I have Cupid. As you can tell, I'm a big fan of that center shade. This one is Peak. Actually, if you can't tell, I just love their shimmer shades. And then finally, my personal favorite is Jubilee. As you can tell, I've dipped into that yellow quite a bit. Next, I have the Venus 3 from Lime Crime, which is one of my favorite purple palettes of all time. I wish Lime Crime wasn't controversial. Next, I have the Heart and Soul Wet n Wild Color Icon palette. This is my go-to palette. You can tell it is very loved and very worn. Next, I have the Hello Kitty and Friends So Much Fun palette from ColourPop. As you can see, I've hit pan on that middle shade, and I've used this shade quite a bit as well. And then finally from Ace Beauty, I have their Scarlet Dusk palette and their Nostalgia palette, which is just a rainbow palette that I love. Now onto lip products. I'm not going to pull the drawers out, so bear with me. This top drawer is lip liners and chapstick. I have 10 total chapsticks now, not including the Vaseline or anything that I couldn't find, obviously. And in January, I had 21, so I went down 11. I have 3 Burt's Bees, one of them being the mango, these 2 being the original. I have 2 chapsticks. I have Rosewater and Candy Cane. Completely missed this EOS one. This is the Sweet Mint. I actually don't know this brand. I got it from work. Azen Lip. But I have Mango, and I believe this one is Vanilla. And then these 2 back here. This is a Vaseline Rosy Lips, and then the Vaseline and Aloe duo. And then here I have my 3 lip liners. This is NARS Dragon Girl. This is the Moonlit lip liner in the shade Core. And then I have the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Whipped Caviar. And then in here I have all lip gloss because I got rid of all of my other lipsticks. I had 4 lipsticks in January. Obviously I have none now. And then I had 14 lip glosses, and I have 12 now. So first I have 2 of the e.l.f. lip glosses in the shades Pink Quartz and Rose Envy. I have 2 of the Wet n Wild lip oils. This is from their Christmas collection. This is Cookie Sweet and Sweet Swirl. Next I have 3 of the NYX Butter glosses in Tiramisu, Angel Cake, and Red Velvet. I have 2 baby lips. This is Pink Quartz, and I believe this is Cherry. I have 1 of the e.l.f. Glow Reviving Melting Lip Balms. My quality is so bad right now, I don't know why. But this is in the shade Strawberry. Yep, Strawberry Shortcake. And then I have the Billion Dollar Beauty Lip Balms. This is Berry and Vanilla. That is all for today's video. I'm very proud of the progress I've made. I'm still doing empties. I still like talking about makeup. I just don't want to do project pans anymore. I'm also trying to make my YouTube channel feel a little bit more like me rather than like what society wants it to be. Society. Anyway, that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. On my social medias also down below. I'm doing the moving chronicles over on my TikTok, where you can see declutters, packing, and just a whole bunch of other stuff if you want to. I also post vlog videos over there as well. Yeah, and I will see you guys next time, whatever that may be. Bye!